Hey guys, so today I'm going to be working on the Crested Gecko's enclosure. This is my Crested Gecko Darwin right there. And I'm going to be redoing this area up here. What I think I'm going to be doing is taking a lot of these things like the snake plant and the peace lily up here and the bamboo here, which none of those really make sense to be up here because they're kind of taller growing plants. I don't know why I put them up there. I think I might put one of the bamboo down in my iguana's cage. The other one's probably going to go back there because I want to fill out that area. And then the peace lily is going to be going into this system. And then I think I'm going to take this pot of spider plants and plant it right there, which will make a lot more sense with everything hanging down. So that's basically it. And then I will also be adding this so then the gecko can't really dig, and I'll also be watering that a whole lot. Like I think I'm going to dump a bunch of water down there, and because you know the whole thing's filled with there's just some mold and whatnot back there, which is normal just for bioactive soil, but it's not very moist soil because how it is. So what I'll probably do is dig it out some, put some of these, then plant those so then the water like stops at the rocks, if that makes sense. And then also I'm going to be adding all my darkling beetles in here because there's not any mealworms in with them anymore, so they'll be able to survive in here just fine and just be part of the cleanup crew, and they won't bother the gecko. And then just one less thing I have to feed because they can just eat the leaves and stuff in here. So that's the plan for today. So I'm just taking out the plants. Like I said, I left the purple queen up there and the ivy that was up in that area because those I think will do well in that area. And then here obviously I'm taking the bamboo, and also I just watered my iguana's cage while I was down there. Now I am removing some of the different things on the soil so I could plant a bamboo plant. And I'm also removing the soil up there and doing the stuff that I said I would do with the rocks and the soil and everything, and planting those 3 spider plants, which have grown so much since I first got them. But in the aquaponics system, they grew a ton, so I'm really hoping they'll take to the soil and do really well. And now I am giving a good watering down to my Crested Gecko's tank, which I think it really needs, because honestly, like, it looks moist on the outside, but I think like it within the soil it's actually really dry, which isn't great. And I really wish I had some type of misting system that went off every day, because I really don't think it's very humid in there, which is honestly really annoying to me. But I just don't know what else to do, because I clean off the glass every single time I water it down, so I don't want to do that every night because it takes a while. So I do it every other night, which probably isn't as much. Now I'm planting the 2 peace lilies and the snake plant into the aquaponics system, and hopefully they'll bounce back and do a lot better in there. Okay, so now I'm going to be putting in the darkling beetles so they can live as cleanup crew, and then I don't have to worry about feeding them as well. So it's kind of like a win-win situation there. They eat the stuff at the bottom and I don't have to feed them. So I believe all of them are darkling beetles now, and that's why I'm putting them in. So I'm just dropping them down in, and then every once in a while, this one just emerged I think, but every once in a while Darwin will eat one or something, and if he doesn't, that's fine too. But I'm sure there's a bunch of them, so if they haven't already mated, then they will be mating in the future, and then there'll be mealworms in this tank as well, which is exciting. So if I ever dig through this tank or whatnot, but they should be fine because there's also dry areas in this tank that they'll be able to find. The humidity shouldn't bother them too much. But there are still some mealworms, and I'm not going to drop those in. I'm going to keep those out to feed to other stuff. I sped up adding them in because their container had oats in it as substrate, and I had to search through the oats to find them to put them in. Okay guys, so I'm done. This should look a lot better rather than having all those plants up there, having these spider plants, which are growing really well in this tank. Actually, their roots have grown insane since I just planted them there. Like, it couldn't have been like a week ago. I mean, I think that, yeah, it was probably just like a week ago that I planted them in there, a week or two at most. Their roots have grown so much, and hopefully they'll continue growing in here, and they won't wilt away like the last ones, because if they do start to do that, then I'm going to plant them right back into there, because I brought them back from Arizona. My friend has a big plant over in Arizona, and those are cuttings from it, so I want them to live. The last ones I ended up killing on accident. They just kind of died off. I don't know, like, I put them into the gecko's tank last time, and they didn't do super well, but these ones have really good roots, and they're really hydrated, so hopefully they'll do well. And then I think it makes the whole tank look better just having those there. And then these 3 plants just needed to be in the water like this. They'll just do a heck of a lot better in here rather than in the tank, in this tank. Then I planted that bamboo down there that should do fine, and then this bamboo right here, which also should do fine. And then I have my iguana's humidifier on, so he's getting all humidified. The dirt's been kind of dry, so which is kind of what I wanted eventually. So now it's dry, I'm gonna get all wet again. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like it down below. If you have any comments or concerns, put in the comments below. And if for more content, then subscribe. Have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.